another account, which is not bad. But I try to keep $1,000 minimum in each account for emergencies, right? So I don't use my bank card that much. I don't use the banks that much, right? I usually deal in cash. It's so much easier. A lot of people think, oh, the cash is so hard, but I don't like carrying a lot of cash. Well, you only carry what you need to carry on you. You know what I mean? But I get paid in cash a lot of times, so that's how I do my stuff. So whatever I deposit, I declare, obviously, and I only deposit enough to make sure my accounts stay open, and maybe a little more. Like I said, my goal is to keep like $1,000 in each account. But yeah, that is one way to get the chainsaw. Because like, get the good stuff. Yes, I don't care if it takes me a year to pay it off if I'm making the money on it. But that chainsaw might pay itself off within the year. Maybe if I get lucky, I could pay it off in one good tree job. Maybe I get 5 good tree jobs a year. If that's the case, you know what I mean? Like it'll be really, really good, because then, I could start working on, I want to have lots of new, like constant new equipment coming in. So I want a new small chainsaw. I want that medium chainsaw, another whippersnipper, so I have, 2 kind of newer ones. So at least when one dies off, I always have a backup, and then it gives me time to make money to replace the backup. So you always have 2 or 3 whippersnippers, 2 or 3 chainsaws, that kind of thing. My chainsaw setup would be at least 2 little ones and 2 big ones. So like a big honking one for falling, like a 661, something like that. And then one small one for, or one medium one for like just kind of like generalized everything. But that's how I'm doing it. And it's not the best way to do it, or it's not the cheapest way to do it. Or sorry, it's not the best thing to do, but it's the cheapest way to do it. I've already crunched the numbers. Trust me, everything I do is super, super calculated. I'm not one of those guys that, do anything on a whim. Like I need everything all at once, and everything I have is dilapidated and broke, and you guys know my deal. But I also want to enjoy life a little bit too, like, just working 7 days a week all the time. That's not living, you know what I mean? And a lot of people always say, well, you shouldn't do this, you shouldn't do that. Well, what the fucking point of living if you're not going to enjoy yourself at all? I don't drink, I don't do drugs, I don't smoke. So my musical equipment is my thing, but once it's paid off, I have it. You know what I mean? I'll always buy more musical equipment. You can never have too much, but I'm going to go easy on the guitars for a while. Like I do want another 12 string, and I do want a, like there's a lot of stuff I want to get, right? But I can do it over time, like there's no massive rush to get everything done. But, the sooner the better, so same with the equipment. Like at some point, if the money comes in good enough, I'm just going to go and buy $7,500 worth of equipment, you know what I mean? And then it's done, you know what I mean? And then just work it off, you know what I mean? Like I'm only going to do that once, like let's say I get going really good with the big chainsaw, and there's like 1 or 2 big tree jobs a month. Okay, yeah, just go max out the credit card, get everything you need, and then you'll probably pay it off in like 3-4 months anyway. My goal right now is to pay down, at least pay off the 2,100 or so that's left on the guitars by October, right? So for this year was like, okay, I want my drums and the guitars paid off by October. That's my goal. Even if I don't, at least it'll be like, say, 80 to 90% paid off. And then if I owe for the chainsaw, again, charge me once a month. Like I say, a $300 payment per month, even with the extra interest on the in-store financing, is still going to be lower than putting $3,000 on the card all at once, right? So, and on $3,000 is probably about $40 interest or $30 interest a month, something like that. So it adds up. But it's not as much as you think. So even if I pay, like, say, an extra $200 or $300 in interest a year for this stuff, especially stuff that's going to be making money. Like, you might find this funny, but my musical instruments, they don't make me very much money, but with the AdSense, they're making me money. You know, now once I start gigging, which hopefully I'm working on my set list now. I gotta get to work. But anyway, I'm working on my set list now. So hopefully maybe I might have a gig maybe by the end of this month or some early next month. I was hoping to have that all settled out for now, but that'll start making me money there too. So, I mean, it doesn't matter if these instruments if I never made a cent off them, it doesn't matter. I love music, right? That's my enjoyment. So anyway, that's how I'm doing it. Might not be the best thing to do, but it's probably the best way to do it for myself. You know, anyway, there we go. Have yourselves a great day.